Welcome, 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 welcome.
Welcome
to This Is the Day.
With
Bo Chansey.
And
Arianna Earnshaw.
I wasn't going to say either name.
I caught that, yeah. Yeah. That's what makes us a great team.
I just make you do all the work, and I'm along for the ride.
That's
teamwork.
Come along. Come on, it'll be great. Let's see what happens.
So, you know what? You can come along for the ride, too.
All aboard? Choo, choo.
But only if you share the show and become part of the fam.
No, you're welcome regardless.
Okay, you're right. You're welcome regardless, but we would ask that you share the show.
For sure. Our suggested donation for this show is that you share it. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
You can do it.
Yeah.
We believe in you. You got this.
Truly.
Go for it.
Come on.
Go, 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 go. Share the show. Go, go. Share the show. Go, go. Share the show.
Yeah. So we didn't do that for nothing. So you have to share.
We may have. We don't really know.
Well, nonetheless, today is a day.
This is the day.
You're gonna have this day.
You're gonna have a day.
So might not be the day you would have drawn up, the day you would have planned, but it's the day.
And you got it.
So have a day.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a day right along with you.
And here's something that I'm very confident will be good that you can share. So whether you're watching live or on demand, Facebook or YouTube, go ahead and share the show and help let some others know that This Is the Day is here.
It exists.
Yeah. Our vast marketing budget has not kicked in yet, so.
I think the budget is $0.
Vast. Well, we actually brought you on in hopes that you would pull in a sponsor.
Well, if I had known that that was what I was here for, I would have maybe tried a little harder. Well, now that I know, maybe I can get a sponsor. I mean, I haven't really been actively trying, but now we'll have a budget.
This is the day brought to you by...
Brought to you by the phrase, "Who are you wearing?"
So pretentious.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, welcome. Glad that you're here. Just as a reminder, you may have some big weekend to-doings going on. Not sure what you got going on, or maybe they're smaller weekend to-doings. Regardless of what it is, we'd love for you to share that with us. Because when you share with us, then we can share with everyone else. And so you can send pictures, photos of what you're up to thisistheday@manchesterchristian.com. Again, that's thisistheday@manchesterchristian.com. And we would love to maybe show some of those next week. Like maybe you're cooking up a soup.
Perhaps.
Like a delicious colder weather soup. And you're going to put that in a bread bowl. I think we'd want to see that.
Send us your recipes too, because I need those.
Okay.
Send us any recipes for anything.
Okay.
I need to know how to cook.
Okay.
So it will be very helpful to me as well.
Yeah.
But we do. We want to see them. We want to share it.
Yeah. Whatever you're up to, we want to see some of that. So maybe what you have going on will be inspiration for some others as they consider what they might be doing. So Arianna, what are your weekend plans?
I got two to-doings.
Two to-doings.
That I'm certain of.
Two to-doings.
Saturday, I've got a rehearsal for our WMUR, Christmas on TV.
Let's go. I'm sorry. What?
Our Christmas on TV.
Who's Christmas on TV?
MCC is going to have Christmas on TV, and it's for everybody.
What? Like
it is for everybody.
Our church.
Our church
is going to do a Christmas special on TV. WMUR.
We are indeed.
So like a major network here.
A major network.
What?
Yes.
When?
And it is for everybody. The 19th and the 20th of December from 1 to 2.
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. Now, so what are you doing?
So we are rehearsing the worship portions of that on Saturday.
Okay.
Super excited to dive into that.
Yeah, for sure.
We're so excited. We've been praying and planning, and we're so excited. So that is my to-doing for Saturday.
Right.
And then on Sunday, we are going to record some worship for our family experience with the kids for worship for that.
Right on.
For the family experience. So you can have that opportunity to share with ones and also have church with your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
So we're going to do that. Those are my to-do-ins. I'm very excited to be involved and lots of good things, lots of opportunities to share lots of things with our ones this season throughout finishing out 2020 strong with lots of that. So I'm really excited to be a part of it. I'm really thankful to be a part of it, and can't wait for this weekend.
Well, we're glad that you are a part of it. It's great.
I would hope so. You hired me, so.
Well, no regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
So yeah.
Sweet. Anything like, I mean, it's so weird to say like non-work related because, I mean, really, it's hard for everybody. Kind of like our lives are, you know, with what we do and social and everything else is a lot intertwined.
Yeah,
you know?
It does, and not in a bad way.
Yeah, no.
Just in the natural way.
Yeah.
Where they just do intertwine a lot, and it's amazing in many ways. But I understand what you mean by non-work related.
Sure. Yeah.
Things. I will say, last week I said whatever I was doing, I was going to be listening to Christmas music, which was true. I did. This is not an exaggeration. I listened to Kelly Clarkson's version of Run, Run, Rudolph for an entire 40-minute drive, just on repeat. And I think I'm going to do that again this weekend.
Here's my reaction to Kelly Clarkson. You ready for it? Kelly Clarkson.
Why?
Well, she was on American Idol, right?
Sure.
Kelly Clarkson. And here's my deal. I personally just wanted to despise everything American Idol. That was kind of my thing. Like, like, you know, when that well, you don't know. But that was when that thing hit and that started, and it was this big cultural phenomenon, and everybody's voting. I can tell you right now, I've never voted for anything like this, nor do I care. But I was, the songstress was watching some of that, and I was watching with her back in the day, and I just wanted to be anti everything American Idol. And even, you know, after that was over, I was like, okay, well, that's done and over. But she won my heart over. She's Kelly Clarkson. She's so good.
She's very talented.
Yeah, super talented. And I just enjoy, like, a song would be out, and I'm like, oh, Kelly Clarkson, because I'd like it. I'd like it, and I didn't want to like it.
Run, Run, Rudolph. You'd like it.
She's got a cool voice.
She's got a cool voice, and that's a cool version of that song.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about it, and I know myself, I know I'm going to listen to it a bunch of times this Christmas season, and I'm going to get sick of it. I do this with songs. I try not to, but then I'm like, if I'm not listening to the songs while I'm really enjoying them, in attempt to not get sick of the song, I'm probably going to get sick of the song anyways, just maybe like 2 weeks later. So I might as well just enjoy it all at once, which may not be, you know, but when I want to listen to a song, I'm not going to put on a different song.
You know, some people have that problem with food.
Got it with music.
I'm going to eat the whole thing of ice cream right now. I think it's probably okay with music.
I'll take it, because I don't necessarily struggle so much with that. With food, but I do struggle with music. I get sick of songs really fast that are really good, but they usually come back in about a year. I'm listening to them again, so it's okay. But I hope that, I don't know, this one has lasted me like 2 years now.
A little thing that's helped me with this is listening to albums.
That's true. But
I'm just, what I mean by that is partly I enjoy music in that way, but listening to an album, I will wear an album out. But that way there's some spacing in how many times I've listened to the same song.
That's the smart way to do it.
I don't know if it is, but that's how
it's a smart way to do it. Yeah. I typically don't have very good self-control when it comes to not skipping songs on the album. I try to, I like this song and this song, so I'll listen to the whole album, and then I'm just like, I put on the album and then I skip. Okay, this song? Skip this song.
Okay.
Skip.
All right. So here's where, out of respect for the artist, the person who, or the people who created this work of art, this album, not just this individual song, but and put them in there. For me, that's kind of what did it for me. I was like, I want to respect the art and really catch the song in its context. That's me.
Sure. I want to listen to the good songs.
Well, you might find some, when you listen to them in their context, you might be like, oh, I didn't like this alone, but in the...
And I do. It always happens when I just sit I know.
You listen to music however you want, I don't care.
I will.
You're just doing it wrong.
I'm gonna. Oh, I'm gonna. But yeah, okay. So those are my plans.
All right. Your plan is to over listen to Run Run Rudolph.
Yep.
By
Again.
Kelly Clarkson.
For like the second year in a row. Third year now, I guess.
Yeah.
So, Bo.
What?
What are your weekend plans?
Read the shirt.
No.
Read the shirt.
No, you can't make me. I'm not looking.
Read the shirt.
I will not look.
It says,
no.
I don't want to talk about it.
Sorry, what does it say? I missed it.
Well, you can read it.
Now I can read it because I'm looking. Dang it.
There it is.
Okay. All right.
I don't.
Again, we just won't talk about
Nope.
it.
But what I do want to talk about is the proverb of the day. It's the proverb of the day. Proverb of the day.
Day part 2.
I got a little vulnerable there.
Did you?
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
It was a tender moment.
No, it was nice.
Okay.
It was really nice.
Yeah. Lots of ways to read Scripture. Monday through Thursday, we give you the verse of the day from the New Version Bible app. But on Fridays, we get the proverb of the day.
Yeah, we do.
So 31 chapters in the book of Proverbs, no more than 31 days in a month. So you just take the day of the month and read that chapter. So today is Proverbs 6, and our verse is verse 20. And it says, "My son, keep your father's command, and do not forsake your mother's teaching." I'll read it again. "My son, keep your father's command, and do not forsake your mother's teaching." Anything jump out at you there?
Forsake?
Mm-hmm. Forsake.
Yeah. I don't really know why.
It's an interesting word. We don't really use it very often.
It is. That is a reason why.
Keep your father's commands and do not forsake your mother's teaching.
Because you may think they both sort of mean the same thing, to keep the command and to not forsake the command or teaching, but they're different because it's talking about keep your father's command, what he's told you to do, and do not forsake what the teachings of your mother. It's they're different, but they could be confused if you read over it quickly.
Yeah, if you just blow through it.
Right,
sure.
if you're like, okay, it's the same, it has a similar meaning, similar tone, but they're different. It is giving you two different commands.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, as like the number one command my father gave me was do what your mother tells you.
There you go.
So I'm gonna go ahead and keep that, and then my mother, the number one thing she always told me was to listen. So I'm gonna
there you go.
take that. There you go. Her teachings. Yeah, I think that there's Proverbs is a full of wisdom, book of wisdom, and the role of a family in God's kingdom and how He ultimately is putting us in family. So regardless of our family of origin, it's really kind of the beauty of what happens through Jesus is this adoption to be sons and daughters in the kingdom and to be co-heirs with Christ and to share this inheritance with Him. That no matter what our family dynamic has been, that we have a place in His kingdom and His family. And so the commands of fathers and the teachings of mothers, this is then being handed down. And so that certainly is true in our natural families or families of origin, but it's also true in a very spiritual sense as well, that, as we are sharing God's love with others, we're very much continuing that. Pretty cool. Yeah. Proverbs 6:20.
Okay.
That's worth sharing.
Sure is.
All right. Calendar page.
All right.
I'm excited about this one.
Okay.
Because, Arianna, it gives me an opportunity to brag on you in a way that I think will be inspiring and enlightening to others.
Okay.
Okay, so I've been excited about this all day. Excited to share this calendar page with you and This Is the Day fam.
Okay.
So it says, hard work beats talent.
Okay.
Hard work beats talent. Now, talent's great, right? All for it. Known a lot of talented people, but hard work beats talent. So I've known a lot of talented people or seen a lot of talent that we might say gets squandered or wasted because it doesn't have a work ethic behind it that goes with it. But when you see talent combined with hard work, or even hard work and boosting the talents or making them better, then you got something really special. So you're a very talented person.
Thank you.
Well, and people will say that, and they will even say things to you. You'll encounter this, maybe you already have. You can say yes or no, but where they'll say, well, you're just so talented, so everything comes easy for you. Have you ever had that? Mm-hmm. Okay, because people will do that. Guys, everybody be aware. Like they'll project things and go, well, you're talented, so everything comes easy for you. However, that's just not true. Mm-mm. There is talent, and you had no idea I was going to do this, but what is in front of you? Let's get a tight shot of Arianna right here. What is in front of you? I want you to hold that up.
Hold what up?
That.
This?
Yes.
This, you can't see it, maybe if I tilt it. I've written out things for This Is the Day.
For This Is the Day.
I've gone into the plan, and I've looked at all the segments, and I have written myself notes on many of the segments so that I can be prepared and I have things to say and I don't just blabber, hopefully. I do sometimes.
Well, sure, it happens. But see, you're telling us that when you come to do This Is the Day, you've put some work in ahead of time.
A little.
To be prepared to have conversations with me for an hour.
So I have to prep because it's difficult.
Well, we're so different. We are very different.
We are.
Stages of life. I mean, so many things that are different. But to come prepared to have conversations and do that, you're not just showing up and winging it and relying on talent. You're preparing. And that's just for this. I know it's, you're talking about listening to Christmas music. Well, you like music and you like Christmas music, but you're preparing for this Christmas TV special that you're going to be a part of. And I point that out just because, even with my kids and stuff, I remember they're like, well, hey, you have those conversations. Like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they're like, oh, you know what? I want to have an easy life. I think I just want to be like a YouTube sensation. And I'm like, okay, tell me what you mean. You're like, well, I want to make YouTube videos, and then make money off of that. And I'm like, okay, do you have any idea how much work that takes?
Yeah.
The grind involved in that. I mean, they may make it look easy, but there's some talent, but then there is a grind involved in that. Or I want to be like an actor. Okay, well, do you have any idea of the work that goes into that and how, that's such a consuming thing. And there's a reason why most actors are so messed up. And so. Yeah,
the pressure and the amount of.
The work,
the weight of that,
Right, to do anything at a high level. Talent's important, and I think talent is maximized by hard work.
I would like to also give a shout out right now to our producer, Eric Vines.
Who's that?
Because as much as we like to rag on him here on the show, I would not be able to prepare myself without the things that he does behind the scenes. He's a gleaming example of hard work and talent working well together, and I needed to say that.
Because
if I thought of anybody that I know that is a shining example of that, it would be Eric first, I think, so.
Yep.
He didn't know I was going to say that.
Well, he puts a framework to what we do and sets us up to have these conversations.
Yep.
And then I would also say, let's continue with joy.
Oh, absolutely.
Beachy and pulling everything together.
So well in all aspects of, oh my God, production. They work
planning,
so well together.
And preparation, so that we have all the best tools we can to do anything good. So.
Wonderful people.
A lot of hard work.
Love their heart, love their work.
It's the thing too about hard work. Hard work in isolation is nowhere near as good as hard work in community. As a part of a team, way better.
And they work together very well.
Yeah, I think we all do.
And we love them.
Well, I'm trying.
Love you all.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Just kidding.
It's all right.
No, you do well. I knew there was no way I could come back.
There's no note in there for, stroke Bo's ego.
No, sorry, there wasn't. So I had to be mean.
It's okay, I know who I am, and others. All right. Then in our kitchen, there's another calendar on the fridge that gives us a national day to celebrate. Because every day is worth celebrating. And today is a day that I celebrate often throughout the year. Like how some people are like, every day's Christmas, or today's National Nacho Day.
National Nacho Day.
And I love the nachos.
The nachos.
I'm a big fan of all things nachos.
Yeah.
Did you come prepared? We're talking about being prepared.
Well, I've come partially prepared, hoping that you would also come prepared.
You brought the chips.
I brought the chips.
Well, you brought the chips. I am known for bringing the cheese.
There we go. What do you get? Nachos.
Yeah. And since you're great, maybe you could shred some of this cheese. No? Okay. Well.
Okay. I'm not going to try. I'm confident in my lack of being able to do puns.
You're going to open that?
Not anymore.
I carry it. If you do.
No.
I may have to get some nachos today.
I was just going to say that. Where are the best nachos?
Okay. Well,
please tell
there
me.
are a number of wonderful nachos out there here locally in the Manchester, New Hampshire area. I will first of all begin with La Coretta.
Sure.
Okay. They have a number of locations. And they have what I might actually believe to be the greatest nachos in the world. It's quite an experience.
In the world?
Yeah. And my mouth's watering.
Wow.
Quite an experience there. It's a lot of food. But you got the melted cheese, the shredded cheese, some beans, and then you've got the like fajita chicken and fajita steak on there.
Okay.
And some sour cream and some guac, and it is fantastic. Okay. Now my go-to, I hit up Nueva Vallarta quite a bit. They have a nachos called the Nachos Vallarta.
Okay.
Okay. Now, these nachos have chorizo on them, which is like a Mexican sausage.
Okay.
So the grease factor goes up a little bit. But wow, now my mouth's really watering because these are some delicious nachos. Now, many people like to go to the Concord area to a restaurant there, which is in downtown Concord. And now all of a sudden I forgot the name of it. I haven't been in a while.
Is it right next to the Shell?
What?
Is it next to the Shell?
No.
Oh, never mind. I went to a good
Okay.
restaurant.
Yeah, they're solid. And they have like a garlic chicken nachos. It's a little, do you know the name of it, Eric?
Dos Amigos?
It may be No, it's not Dos Amigos.
No, I don't know that.
No.
Oh, no.
Dos Amigos, they have a solid chili verde, which I love. That's a different dish.
Okay.
But I've been there. Anyway, this place, downtown Concord, and like garlic chicken nachos. So I think that's like people in New Hampshire like that one. But
It sounds good. I've not.
from Texas, I was like,
Sure.
on that one. But I'm
Okay.
not discounting.
But no, it's okay.
So find you some nachos.
I have to now.
Or make you some nachos.
We could just get shredded cheese and put them in the microwave.
Okay, I'm gonna call a quick timeout on that.
Okay.
I understand the premise of what you're saying, but please don't put them in the microwave. Let's go ahead and put the oven on, and put them on a baking sheet, and let the cheese melt in a little more natural way, so your chips won't be as soggy.
I don't think I realized that anyone put on the oven to make just like tortilla chips with cheese on them.
Trust me.
Do we have an oven here?
No, but we can get a toaster oven. It'll work.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to, Nacho Fridays,
That's right.
toaster oven.
Love the nachos.
It's in the budget.
And there's even in a lot of toaster ovens, we have one that has like a fan bake option.
Ooh.
Really
Okay.
crisp everything up. Real
That
nice.
elevates the home nachos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good note.
Big fan of that.
Okay. So get some nachos today.
Okay. It's nacho day.
It's not show day, it's my day.
It's not. I said it's nacho day first.
Did you? like that.
Okay.
That's the one everyone says. I didn't make that up.
All right.
Clearly.
No, obviously not.
No one at home thought I made that up.
Well, it is Friday.
Okay.
In addition to being Nacho Friday, it's also another kind of Friday. So, we get like Motivation Monday.
Yeah, right. And then Wednesdays are wonderful.
They're always.
Yeah.
Thursdays,
I think they throw it back.
do they?
Do they throw it back?
Oh, here it comes.
Oh, they do.
Got that for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then on a Tuesday, some tee-ups. But it's Friday.
And Fridays are usually pretty freaky.
It's Freaky Friday.
It is Freaky Friday.
Okay, I took care of this particular Freaky Friday.
Thank you.
Because in a previous episode this week, I got a little freaked out and it reminded me of something.
Okay.
So there is a series of movies called Problem Child. Okay, before you were born. So we have a movie poster for Problem Child 1.
Okay.
For Problem Child 1, we got this little redheaded boy who's, been adopted by John Ritter, and he's a problem child. He's got the cat in the dryer there, and he's like a little devil child.
That's a problem.
That's a problem. Then you got Problem Child 2. So now you got throw in the sister, and now you got dad in the washing machine.
Okay.
He's bad, she's worse, is what it says there. Then you got Problem Child 3. All right, now they're in cahoots, and you got a little devil up there next to the 3. So now it's Freaky Friday. We have Problem Child 4. We took a photo of you, and because this is what it reminded us. Problem Child 4, red hair, I care, I scare.
Can I tell you what this movie's about?
Yeah, please.
This is about the time when I was young and I was home by myself and I saw a spider in the bathroom. And so I cried for like a full hour and I didn't want to get up to kill it because I was scared because every time I moved, it moved and I didn't want it to run away and I didn't want to lose it, but I couldn't get close enough to the spider to kill it. So I called my dad and I cried on the phone for like probably another 30 minutes and then he came home from work to kill the spider so I could leave the bathroom after 2 hours. And that's what the movie is about.
You child are a problem.
That was a problem child moment.
Red hair.
For sure.
I scare. You scare easily. It's not that you scare others.
No, I don't scare others. I am scared. That really happened.
It's kind of a sad story.
My dad did have to come home from work because I was hyperventilating, crying for like 30 minutes on the phone, and he was like,
I hate to ask, how old were you?
11.
Okay.
Too old, but not like, at least it wasn't like 19. Like, it could have been worse. I mean, I was home alone. So I had to be old enough to be home alone.
Yeah.
Just barely. I think I was maybe 10 or 11.
Well, I kind of want to point out something obvious.
Sure.
You're tiny.
I'm pretty small.
No, I don't mean it to be mean. It's
you
fine.
don't.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. But even at 11, I'm sure you were tinier. You're still bigger than the spider.
Not by much. The spider was big.
That was a big spider.
The spider was big. Usually, I have always been one to over-exaggerate the size of bugs.
Yeah.
When I ask my dad or someone to kill a bug, I'm like, it's as big as my palm, and it's like this big, and it's always like, what? I'm better about it now, but growing up, I was very like, it's the size of my whole face. I'm scared, and it would be like this tiny little thing. That spider, even my dad said, like, looked like it wasn't from around here. It was very large and very poisony looking, and I know that it may not have been, or it may have been. I really don't know. I have never, ever, ever seen a spider that looks like that spider. Since or online, in movie, in anything, I have not seen. It was freaky in itself. So, it's not justified. I could have just like caught it with a cup or something. I understand, but it was freaky, and I was scared.
Anyway, it just when it was National Deviled Eggs Day, and we did the devil. You did the devil costume.
Yes.
That's what I thought of. It's a little freaky. You're a little. So now I know you really are a problem child. I had no doubt.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's correct. I'll own it.
I'm gonna circle back to the town thing because I want to move to the high five.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So every week we have a high five. And lots of things to celebrate in the life of our church. So MCC here is your weekly high five.
And welcome back to MCC's High Five, where we're going to highlight 5 awesome things that have happened in the life of MCC this past week. Let's get started. In at number 5, a high five goes to the Open Roof Small Group. These are families coping with disabilities who enjoyed a safe day of fun, games, and a cozy campfire. If you or a family member could be encouraged by this group, come and read more about Open Roof Small Group and many more at mcconline.com. Here at number 4, this past week, MCC kicked off a new teaching series called Consumed. We live in a consumer-driven world, but Scripture tells us that God is a consuming fire, and where generosity, sacrifice, and obedience are investments that advance His kingdom. High five to the kingdom advancing. At number 3, we have a, you guessed it, blah, 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 Rooted Report. Recently, one of our Rooted groups gathered for a prayer walk, praying for our neighbors on the west side of Manchester. This was the first time they were all together since they joined Rooted Online. They said it was such a wonderful and powerful experience. High five to you guys. Way to take God's love to the streets. Here we are at number 2, celebrating feedback that continues to come in from kids engaged in the family experience, students connecting in groups during the week, and families who are experiencing big life changes, just like Reggie. She gave her life to Jesus and was baptized by her family this week. Big high five to you, girl. You've got so much love to give to those around you. Have a blast sharing God's love. And finally, at number 1, this past week, we at MCC shared some good news. We're creating a 1-hour Christmas special that will air on WMUR from 1 to 2 p.m. on Saturday, December 19th and Sunday, December 20th. It's called Christmas on TV, and it's going to be full of Christmas worship and the message of hope. Super high five for this amazing opportunity to share God's love with our community and our ones. Well, thanks for checking out our High Five this week, and we'll see you in the next one.
Sweet. High five. For you.
It's just so in sync, but we didn't even really mean for it to be.
Okay.
Okay.
Exciting times. Way to go to church. Yeah, I love to celebrate what we're up to.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, I have something else I'm really excited for.
What are you okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Bo's weekly rant.
Oh.
Okay, but here's why I'm excited.
Okay.
I've made something.
You made something.
I've made a jingle, if you can call it that.
Okay.
And we have it, and we're gonna play it.
All right.
Bo has got a weekly rant. I said Bo has got a weekly rant. I said Bo's got a weekly rant. Bo's got a weekly rant. Bo's got a weekly rant. He's gonna rant it up.
I made that for you.
That's fantastic. You get a high five.
Yes. Yeah.
So, okay. Do we get to, so every week we get to hear that song?
Every week we're gonna get to hear that
that's
song.
worth me ranting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know that you could hear it because I did indeed make it using the Apple earbuds with the little, that's not like in a microphone. Yeah, I just did it on my phone.
Well, good, yeah.
I can make it better maybe if we need to for sound quality reasons, but I was very excited. So but in the background, I was doing, what? You couldn't really hear it, I don't think, but they were there for dramatic effect.
Well done.
Thank you.
Anything with a theme song or a jingle, I'm in.
Proud of that beat. I don't know why I made it. I just started and that's what it ended up. I didn't even start trying to make you a jingle, I'll be honest.
That was in you?
It just wanted to come. Yeah, that was just the way that it expressed itself.
For sure.
So, this week, Bo.
Yeah.
Your rant topic is.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Toaster strudel.
Delicious.
Versus Pop-Tart.
Okay, toaster strudel versus
Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart.
Yep.
Okay, Arianna. Arianna, okay. You just said toaster strudel versus a Pop-Tart. So my first part of this rant is going to have to address the fact that why does everything have to be a verse? Why can't you just have one thing and another thing? Why do we got to compare them against each other and try to decide which one is better? I don't understand the world that we live in, that everything is a versus mindset. It's this or it's that. It's this against that. Let's pick sides, let's draw up lines, and let's go to war. Now, that being said, it's no contest. I don't even know why the question is being asked. The toaster strudel is the far superior breakfast treat. You take this delicious pastry that has been frozen, and then you take it out and you put it in your toaster oven, and out comes this delicious pastry that you then get to apply your own frosting on like this. Never spread, it goes like this, just like the picture says that it should. This is a far superior breakfast treat to the Pop-Tart, which in and of itself, I guess I'm okay with, but it's nowhere near the toaster strudel. So if you just said something about Pop-Tarts, well, I could have talked about Pop-Tarts and probably done so in a positive fashion, but you didn't. You had to go and compare it to something else. So now all of a sudden, I'm bagging on the whole Pop-Tart community, and there's people like, hey, I love the Pop-Tarts, and now I've just shot your wheels off. You didn't even know, the difference. And so my rant was like that.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we don't want to pin things against each other, but you will, and one is right.
Always.
Okay. Everything.
I have communicated clearly.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that that's what we were going with. That's what we were confident in.
Effective
Sticking
rant.
with that.
Check.
Okay. For the record, not that it matters, but I would agree.
Well, of course. How could you not? You
Right.
are human.
Exactly. I wouldn't try to just disagree for the sake of disagreeing. I do agree wholeheartedly. I will say, though, I would allow the frosting to be spread.
You're a monster.
Sorry. It just,
why
here's
would
the thing. Can I tell you why, at least?
Okay.
You have the toaster strudel. You've got it. It's warm, it's heated, it's better than a Pop-Tart. We've established this. You put the icing on like this,
right,
the little squiggle. Okay, you're gonna have bites without icing.
I know.
That's unacceptable.
It is acceptable.
No, why is that acceptable?
Because that's how, it's like a work of art.
Eat a Pop-Tart.
Whoa. Why would I do that if I have a toaster strudel?
It's not worth it. No, because it's not worth it if you're not going to eat it with the frosting.
No, it's still, it's still worth it.
No, it's not.
I will say an uniced bite of toaster strudel is still superior to the Pop-Tart.
Whoa.
But if you
That's
have
a fact.
the icing, but that's not really what I'm saying. I'm saying you have the icing. You have it. So why not cover the whole thing in it?
Why not take a bigger bite? Why not pay attention to what you're doing?
Why not savor it? Why not savor it? Take little bites.
Are you giving the toaster strudel the proper attention a treat of this magnitude deserves?
That's why I'm
so
doing it.
So that you're planning your bites?
Yeah,
It's a full sensory experience. It's not just about taste. There is a visual component that goes along with the texture and the smell, and that is of the icing in the swirly pattern.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then it's the spreading of the icing
Why
to cover
not
all the
spread
bites,
it?
and then take little bites in order to make it the best experience possible for the longest amount of time.
See,
I rest my case, but I can't.
There's new questions we're adding to the interview process.
You should. If only you'd known that before you hired me.
Right? I know.
I would not be here right now.
You know, some people eat Pop-Tarts without putting them in the toaster.
Might as well just rip the cardboard flap off of your next Amazon package.
It's not even a Pop-Tart. It's just a tart.
And it's not even a good one. No, the toaster strudel without the icing is more of a tart than a Pop-Tart on toasted.
Well, it's just...
It does it all.
Okay.
It does it all.
It's so good.
Now I want a toaster strudel.
I mean, I do too. Sounds so delicious.
It really does.
I don't even know what kind of fruit's in those. Like, it doesn't matter. The red. Give me the red.
The red. No, not the purple. Not the purple. The red.
I don't know what it is.
Whatever it is, just give me the red.
Raspberry, strawberry, whatever.
No,
Just
doesn't
give me the
matter.
red.
Watermelon?
I want the red.
Just water.
We'll do a little everyday Jesus.
I would love to.
Every day.
Every day.
Our daily devotion in 140 characters or less. It says, God designs, calls, and equips us to serve. Serving is simply submitting to the will of God. How can that ever burn us out? Ooh, that's cool. Colossians 1:29. To this end I labor, struggling with all his energy, which so powerfully works in me. Well, I love this. This is really cool. Along with, we were talking about like the calendar page, hard work beats talent. And with that hard work, I mean, sometimes you can end up in a place of burnout. That's a common phrase in our culture. People who work hard, maybe too hard, and don't have enough play or joy in there. But in regards to the work that God invites us into, there's such joy in that. There's such passion, and He provides the energy for that. And so with that in mind, to this end I labor, struggling with all His energy, which so powerfully works in me. As long as we're relying on His energy, if I start relying on my own strength or ability or energy, that's not going to last too long. But if we're tapped in and connected to God and obeying Him and listening to Him and resting when He says rest and working when He says work, then He's got it.
Yeah, He's not just going to call us and then not equip us to do it.
Oh,
He's not just telling us do this and this and this and figure it out on your own. No, He's got it.
Good
He
luck,
designed
buckaroo.
and equipped us to do what He calls us to do.
Yeah, and He gives us the energy to do it. So that's the thing. And you get out of whack if we start thinking, well, I'm doing this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, look at me. I'm really doing this. But we are involved too, so there's pleasure in that and satisfaction that is really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love that.
Yeah, me too.
It's good. All right, let's do a little Trivial Pursuit.
Okay.
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 So inside that Fun Dip box are congratulatory packets of Pop Rocks.
Pop Rocks.
I really, really want some Pop Rocks. I've not had any.
I know you do.
I want to try them. The only way to get the Pop Rocks, though, is you got to get all 6 questions right in Trivial Pursuit. So we want you to play along. I'm going to make a guess at all 6 questions.
Yep.
We want you to guess at all 6, or maybe but try. Just make a guess. If you get all 6 right, congratulatory Pop Rocks from a Fun Dip box. We have the original 1981 edition of the classic board game Trivial Pursuit, plus the 40th anniversary edition questions, which just came out. So old cards, brand new cards, dealer's choice, old or new.
I'm going old. I went new yesterday. Go old today.
Old school today.
Let's go.
Okay. So 1981, these cards are old. Extra trivial.
Yep.
All right.
Can I just jump around?
You can do it however you want.
I'm
Dealer's
going to
choice.
jump around, okay?
Like a House of Pain. Jump around, jump around.
Thank you for explaining, because I wouldn't.
Well, I know, I got you.
Okay.
But you know the song, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
But I wouldn't have known it.
Well,
better.
you dropped that hip hop beat on us, with the
I know.
rant. I thought maybe you're down with
It was inspired by.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to start with Brown.
Brown. Brown is art and literature.
What novel contains the line, "Who promoted Major Major"?
What novel contains the line, "Who promoted Major Major"? I don't know, but I have a guess. My guess is Catch-22.
That's correct.
Yes!
1 for 1.
Okay, let's go. That's a hard one. Brown literature can be a hard one. Okay.
Okay.
What color?
Pink.
Pink, entertainment.
Who played twin sisters in The Parent Trap? You gotta
Was it
think about
you?
the year. You gotta think about the year. These are not the new cards.
Oh, there's been a few iterations of this. Lindsay Lohan did it. That is not this one. I want to say, I don't know if this is Haley Mills. That's not it. That's my answer.
That's correct.
Is it really?
Yeah, it really is.
Haley Mills. Okay, pull
Yeah.
that from somewhere in the recesses.
I feel like that always happens. The pink card, you're always like, or sometimes you're like, I don't know, I have no idea, I've never seen it, I have no idea, and it's this. I'm like, it's always right.
I've seen that
yeah,
version.
yeah.
I just didn't know who the actress was. Haley Mills. Okay.
Okay. Green.
Green, Science and Nature.
What desert has the highest sand dunes?
What desert has the highest sand dunes? All right, I feel like it's like I got like a 50-50. I have two.
Okay.
I am going to say the Sahara.
Correct.
Yes.
What was the other one?
Mojave. The Mojave. Sahara is correct.
Sahara's correct.
Sahara.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, let's go orange.
Orange, sports and leisure.
What pool shark did Jackie Gleason portray in The Hustler?
Jackie Gleason in The Hustler, pool shark. Something popped in my head. I don't know. Minnesota Fats? Is that right?
Yeah.
It popped in my head, but it sounds so weird coming out of my mouth. Really? Minnesota Fats?
Yeah, right. No, you're right.
Okay.
That's exactly correct.
Alrighty.
That is exactly correct. Okay. You want blue or yellow next?
I don't care.
Okay, we'll go blue.
Blue geography.
What is the capital of West Germany?
So wild that you had East and West Germany. That's back then.
Yeah, right.
Berlin, Frankfurt.
Bonn.
Bonn.
So close.
Bonn.
All right.
Okay.
Yellow.
Yellow history.
Who launched his ill-fated drive for the White House on the Summer Brothers Smothers show?
So somebody who was running for president who did not win.
His ill-fated drive for the White House on the Summer Brothers Smothers show.
McGovern.
Pat Paulson.
Pat Paulson.
Yep.
Okay, Pat Paulson.
Okay, Pat.
His name's Pat Paulson.
Sure.
All right, well, I got 4.
You did get
I was
4.
off and running there. Okay. Well, if you got all 6 right, let us know. And we'd love to send you a congratulatory Pop Rocks from a
And then he'll write you a mean note, too.
Funded box.
That's pretty fun.
With a nasty note.
That's the part that I would like. I'd be excited.
That'd be.
See what it said. Oh, let us know.
Yep. Let us know. All right, you want to do a little sermon?
Remix.
Let's do it. You see, God created us to be generous. In that text, Jesus says, okay, if your eyes are healthy, that word healthy refers to being generous. If your eyes are generous, then it'll be full of light. There was so much darkness in my life because I had a vision problem. My eyes were stingy. That's the other thing. He says, if your eyes are unhealthy, it means stingy. If your eyes are unhealthy, then your life is full of darkness. Let's just invite you to do this. You're probably, I'm sure, you're in a really cool spot right now to have a super cool conversation with God. Is your life right now full of light or darkness? What's it full of? Listen to what he has to say. He'll speak to you. He'll show you. And I just want to offer this gift from God to you, the gift of the tithe. 10%. What do you make annually? Get 10% of that divided by how often you get paid, monthly, bi-monthly, 26 times a year. Get that number, go on the online giving tool, set it up, trust God, let it go. Watch what he does. Yeah.
We talked a little bit about that yesterday, but fill your eyes with light. It's a reflection of giving in a way. That's such a godly thing to be generous. Be generous in filling your eyes with light rather than darkness or having them closed. Reflects that generosity. You will be filled with light if you're reflecting that light also onto others with that generosity, which is really cool.
Yeah, which is one of those things like, how do I know if I am generous or if I'm being generous?
Yeah.
How do I know that? That's why I have really come to know that the tithe is a gift that God gives us. So it's this, in Corinthians, it even refers to it as this indescribable gift, the gift of giving, that it is a wonderful gift that God gives us and allows us to participate in his generosity and really get in the flow of his kingdom, and to do that with money, this thing that is such an integral part of the way we navigate the world that we're in. And if we're sharing God's love with our friends and family members and neighbors and coworkers and classmates, to also do that, by trusting God financially and, deciding in our heart what to give and setting it up and letting it go. It's a wonderful gift that God gives us.
Yeah.
And I know for me personally, it was a struggle. That's what I was alluding to in the message there, that, this was something that I guess I would hear that and I would think it's a curse. 10%, that's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't, the math doesn't work. It doesn't add up. I don't have enough as it is, and I want these things. And so how does this work? And I kept hearing in my life testimony after testimony after testimony of people who tithe say, no, but look, we understand it doesn't work on paper, but God does a work in your heart. I had a conversation with a friend yesterday where he was just like, he's not part of MCC, but he was like, hey, how are things at the church? And I was like, oh, it's so cool. We're in this message series right now. I'm really excited to be talking about tithing and giving, and where people are able to hear that in their own homes and really wrestle with that in a different way. And he goes, yeah, it changed, and he testifies right there. He goes, tithing changed my life, changed our marriage, it changed our family. And it was so hard to believe, but just you keep hearing, like, from people who do it. Now, people who don't do it may tell you a different story. People who do it, you'll hear the same story over and over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you really will. I've heard the same thing, obviously, but I hear the same thing from everyone. Changed your life, changed it around.
Yeah.
God has provided.
And then there's this great confidence in him and a security in him. And so, like, the side effects of that are just this great trust in him. It's not that, even my friend and I were talking yesterday, it's like, not like there were no financial struggles. But there's no fear in them. There's no anxiety in them. There's trust in God and seeking him. And
it translates into a lot of other aspects of faith as well. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Not just with money, but then you start being able to just trust him, not blindly in an uneducated way, but blindly in a way where you trust that he will provide because he has, and you've trusted him, and it has come to fruition. Yeah. But you also kind of adapt more of like the childlike faith kind of eyesight for God, where you can start to trust him more blindly. Maybe that's not the best word to use, but and just have that faith and just trust that he's your father and he's got you and you're good.
Well, I'm going to believe, because it's a lordship issue too. Like, am I going to believe God or am I going to believe the money?
Right.
Because I was saying, like, well, if I was looking at it on paper, we can't afford this. This is not something we can do. But then, so I was listening to what the money was telling me, not what God was telling me. I wasn't even asking God because I didn't care.
Right, because it's impossible or you can't yet.
Because he really wasn't my Lord in that area. Right. And that's the thing about lordship, is God's a jealous God, a consuming fire, and his jealousy is good. His jealousy is good. It's like, a husband and a wife, they're jealous for each other. That's a good jealousy. That's not bad. That's good. Like, I'm jealous for Summer. I'm not sharing her with another person. Right. And that's good. She appreciates that. Well, yeah. And vice versa. I appreciate that about her. Like, yeah, good. If she wasn't, if she's like, no, I'm all set with you. Go do whatever you want. I'd be like, well, hey, time out. Like, what do you mean? Like, that love is a jealous love in that regard. And that's a positive thing, a wonderful thing. And God is jealous for us in that way. Yeah. Don't want to share us with any other gods. Mm-mm. So there's a way to, tithing is a gift to know, yes, he is my God, and I do trust him. And God, and money is not my God. Yeah. So a real powerful gift. Mm-hmm.
And if you feel like trapped in that, almost like, well, giving's not my thing, and I don't feel like I have this generosity thing, pray for it. Pray that God opens your eyes, and he will, and sometimes he won't give you a direct answer, like, oh, now you're comfortable with tithing. Now that you've asked me, now this will be comfortable. Oh, that's not what I'm saying, but like, I know that I have personally struggled with being like, not only just like, no, it's impossible, just with the whole, I don't know, but you are allowed to pray for spiritual gifts truthfully, and that will supersede what you think you've been given or not given. So that's something that opened my eyes too. Like, you're allowed to ask God for those things and pray that he opens your heart and your mind to having that as a spiritual gift, even not even just as the baseline, like that you would go beyond just the baseline of that and take that on as something awesome. And I'm not saying that you must, I'm just saying that you can, because that's something that I never thought that worked like that. Like, you can't, well, I can't pray to go beyond that. That's just like, some people just have that gift. But that is true to some extent, but pray for it and see what God does. Maybe he opens up another door too, and you find something there. I don't know.
Well, that was a big part of, my journey, or it still is continuing, but when I was really struggling, like, okay, tithe and money and that whole thing, I was working in Texas, and the senior pastor, Drew Sherman, is a good friend and mentor. We were doing my annual review, and so we're sitting down, and there were a number of different categories there, and you do a self-rating, and then he had done a rating, and they were just kind of a basis for conversation. And one of the categories was generosity, and it was like a 1 to 5, and I wasn't tithing, and so I was under this, like, I was living under this, like, guilt and shame and fear, but, I was like, and I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't know, I didn't know how, and so I gave myself, like, a 1, and Drew gave me a 4, and he's like, okay, here's an area where we see a big difference, and I was like, yeah, and he goes, why'd you give yourself a 1? And I told him, I was like, well, we talk a lot about tithing, and that's, I'm still afraid, and this, and I don't, and so I'm not a generous person. And he goes, Bo, that's not true. He goes, you're one of the most generous people I've ever met. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you're generous with your words, and you're generous in your actions, and you're a servant. And he told me all these ways. He's like, that's why this one area, when it comes to money, is so out of whack, and why it's haunting you. And that opportunity to have that conversation with somebody and be real and honest about it was super powerful. And to hear somebody speak those words into my life, and to really grab hold of them. And then at the same time, I discovered that you could ask God for, like, I was like, because I think I said, look, I just really wish I had the spiritual gift of giving, because then it would be easy, it wouldn't be any problem at all. And it was like, well, first of all, you can pray and ask God for those gifts. So I did. I started praying and asking for that in conjunction with obedience as well. And kind of all those things working together, it's produced a great joy and fun.
Yeah.
Really cool.
It sure is.
Super cool. We talked about hard work and preparation. You mentioned Eric Vines. And so he provides us with a cue sheet for every one of these shows. And at the bottom of every cue sheet, there's a conversation starter. So since like day one of this, there's been a conversation that we have never used the conversation starter.
Never one time.
But I was looking.
Okay.
I just glanced down and I saw it. And there's a conversation starter.
Okay.
And I just want to throw it up to you.
Let's do it.
Arianna, if you could name an amusement park, what would you name it?
You're having fun here. We, as in we, but also we're having fun here.
Did I do it right? We're having fun here.
That's what I'd name it. And the admission to the park, additionally to the many dollars.
The many multiples of dollars.
Multiples of dollars would be, you have to say it like that, or you're not allowed in, because if you can't say it like that, you're not fun enough to be here.
You have to do it with your hands up.
We're having
fun here.
Then you can go in, have a good time. Or have a bad time, I don't care, but you have to say it like that.
As long as you give the money.
You need to be able to have a good time. You don't have to, I won't make you, but you need to give me money and say that.
Okay.
What would you name an amusement park?
An amusement park? I don't know. An amusement park would be called, I hate amusement parks.
Hey, how does it feel? This is how
them.
I feel when you do puns. I got nothing.
I got nothing.
You got nothing. Nothing at all?
I would name it Clothes for Repairs.
So people wouldn't know. They would just pass over it. Oh, they're closed for repairs.
Okay.
That's good.
That's what I would name it.
That's good. Well, thanks, Eric, for providing us with that. We'll never use it again.
Now we know.
Now we know what it's like.
This is the day. Hope you have a great weekend and join us for worship on Sunday.
Absolutely.
As we continue in this series, Consumed. And we'll catch you Monday.